Hey, I'm Sagarat, and in the past couple of months, I have been trying entrepreneurship. I have been exploring this field very much. I have been talking, to some of the great people, applying to some programs, got accepted too, and the whole process was very much exciting. And I really liked the process. I really enjoyed it, and it was cool. It was cool. But what I have realized that I was doing code. I was means the whole day I was doing writing some code, learning different thing like machine learning, building some machine learning model, taking data set from Kaggle, building it. So I was doing a lot of code. I really liked programming, right? So it was great. But what I have realized is in order in order to become successful, you need to focus on one thing, right? So that's why I have decided that from this date, I will be dedicating myself to code, to programming. Because you know, as I've said in the past couple of months, I have been roaming around, like, कभी entrepreneurship, कभी sales सीख लिया, कभी कुछ और try कर लिया, कभी कुछ और. It was not perfect, right? I don't have that path or that clarification what to do after next steps. After next step, what to do now, what to do, just like that. So that's why I have decided to focus on only one thing, that is programming, and I love to code. And in code also I was a bit distracted because basically what I was doing in programming was solving DSA, means solving lead code. Acha, I have not told you guys about lead code, right? So if you know lead code, that's good. But if you don't know what lead code is, so lead code is basically an online interview platform, or you means the top MNC and FANG companies interview questions are there on lead code. You can practice them. It's top top rated website for coding interviews, and it's pretty hard, I would say. Not hard, but yeah, solving these types of question on lead code is very much helpful for your coding interviews, for your mental power, for your programming base code, how to solve problems, increasing your problem solving skill. Lead code is must. And yeah, so what I was doing, that I was solving lead code DSA problems, and second I was learning machine learning. I was not learning, means I was building some models, right? So basically I also built a model which was a classification supervised model. So acha, if you don't know what is supervised model, let me tell you. So basically machine learning is divided into various types. One is supervised learning, unsupervised, reinforcement, and there is more, but these are the basic three. And in supervised learning, it is basically you give a data and you give a output, and from that the machine will learn. You will give some algorithm, machine will learn, and if you give a new input, the machine will predict some data, predict the output, right, according to the algorithm you trained on, according to the input and output you have given. So that's supervised learning. And in supervised learning there are also two parts. One is regression and one is classification. So in regression, there is basically when you want a numeric output, like finding the price predictor of a room or something like that, right? So जिसमें आउटपुट नंबर चाहिए आपको, प्रिडिक्ट करना है आपको एक नंबर, तो उसमें हम लोग रिग्रेशन का यूज़ करते हैं. एंड देन देर इज़ क्लासिफिकेशन विच इज़ not on based on number, but continuous value, like not continuous, but it's basically words, strings, जिसमें if you want to use strings like that, if you want a full sentence output or a full word output, you use classification. And there is also two part, which is binary and multi-class classification. So in binary we have yes or no, like you give a picture of cat and the model will tell that it is a cat or dog, means yes or no. And then there is multi-class classification, in which there will be a sentence, right, or a word. So I built a classification supervised model where it was very basic one, right? So where students can predict their stream, means we predict the stream of the students on the basis of their marks and what they liked. So it's multi-class classification problem. So I built that model. Was pretty much good, accuracy was great, F1 score was right, accuracy was great, and the things was going all right. I built that. So yeah, so my code was also, means my coding, path was also segregated in many things like DSA and machine learning, and learning some new stuffs. Like I was learning JavaScript for to build, great website. So it was too much, means focus was 33%, right? I was focusing on three things: 33, 33, and 33. And it is not, means it is far much better that if you can focus 100% on one thing rather than focusing on 33%. So that's why I decided to only focus on DSA. Why? Because one thing that I can do 24 by 7 is solving DSA problems, solving lead code problems. Literally, the moment I wake up, the moment I sleep, I am always looking to solve some problems, some lead code problems, some basic DSA problems, some problems. I love to solve problems. That's the main thing. And in machine learning, I would like, मतलब मूड का भी अच्छा, मूड का भी बुरा, तो अप्स एंड डाउन्स आते रहते थे. लेकिन इन ऑन लीड कोड गलत सवाल हुआ तो मैं और कोशिश करता था, लेकिन इट वॉज जस्ट फन. आई लव टू सॉल्व, आई जस्ट लव टू सॉल्व प्रॉब्लम्स. सो DSA was something that fit to my mentality, fit to my passion. So I decided to choose lead code, decided to choose master DSA, competitive programming. And yeah, let's see where it ends. And okay, I am talking about lead code. So let me tell you how many problems I have solved on lead code. So it's basically I have joined 18 days before on lead code, 2.5 weeks, and I have solved about 76 or 5 problems. I will be pasting here, right? You can see. So please guys comment this, that how is the progress. I want to know, because there is no one to guide me. My parents are not in tech, and yeah, so there is no one to guide and give me some feedback, recommendation, appreciate me, or something like that. So that's why please tell me, how's that, means is it okay to solve 75 problems on lead code in 16 to 18 days? How is this sounding to you? Please write in comment section, right? So yeah, and I think it's pretty much decent, because many college students solve at least 3 problems a day, or they have a benchmark to solve 3 to 4 problems. And if we will find out how much they have solved in 16 days, it would be around 40 to 64 problems, right? And I have solved 75 problems. So I think that's pretty much decent. And I'm not at the college level too. I am a 15-year-old class 10 student. I think it's decent, right? So I'm not flexing, I'm just sharing what I've done. I will also show you the proof. So it's not a flex, please don't think like that. And yeah, so I decided to focus on only lead code. Let's see where it ends, and new chapter begins. Thank